Okay. Let me move on really quick. Another story I want to get on really quick. This is coming from the HuffingtonPost.com. This article is written by, let me see if I can find the name of this article, who wrote this article. I don't have a name on here. Okay, Amanda Turkel. She is a reporter on Huffington Post, and she has an article entitled GOP Attacks Dan Savage as an LGBT leader and criticizes Scott Brown's refusal to film It Gets Better video. Okay, I'm going to read part of this, and then we're going to jump into it. You guys still there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. As Massachusetts Democrats, LGBT leaders continue to criticize Senator Scott Brown, a Republican in Massachusetts, for refusing to appear with the rest of the state congressional delegation in its It Gets Better video on Thursday, Republicans attacked the project's founder, Dan Savage, as someone too controversial and hostile to Republicans for them to associate with. On Wednesday, Massachusetts lawmakers released a video for the project, assuring young people who are getting bullied that life will eventually get better. Brown, the only Republican member of the state's delegation, was also the only member of a 12-person group to decline to participate. During the press call hosted by Massachusetts the Democratic Party, State Representative Carl Giortino or something said that Brown's refusal to participate in the video was part of a pattern of failing to support rights for LGBT individuals. He cited that the fact in 2006, when Brown was a state senator, he was only a member to vote to uphold the then Governor Mitt Romney's veto of the Commission on Gay and Lesbian Youth. Okay, let's see. I'm going to jump down here. Okay, on Wednesday, Brown's office argued that the senator had a strong record on bullying and said that his main focus right now is on creating jobs and getting our economy back on track. But on Thursday, Republicans offered a sharper response, going after Savage, a nationally syndicated columnist. Senator Brown believes that all people, regardless of sexual orientation, should be treated with dignity and respect. He has been a leader in fighting for anti-bullying legislation at the state and federal level. His main focus is creating jobs and getting the economy moving again. In this case, the individual behind the video has a vile and sexually crude comments about Senator Brown. It's reprehensible for Senator Brown's opponents to associate with this person in order to score cheap political points, unquote, said Eric Fernstorm, a political advisor to Brown. Let's see what else is down here. Trying to see what else should I say. So pretty much, it's just saying how it's just crazy, and you know how they get when it's time to get elected in office. They'll be trying to kiss, the LGBT communities behind, and they'll be trying to kiss the minorities behind when it's time to get elected into office. But right now, they want nothing to do with this project. And how do you feel about that?
Well, if he's been such a upstanding person, as they said, to be supportive of anti-bullying laws and such, then it sounds to me, in other words, like if he's not taking part in the video, it must be, I'd look at his sponsors. I'd be willing to bet that he has some of the anti-gay sponsorship that's probably paid him, quote unquote, to not be in the video, which means that he's just basically a sellout, just standing there kissing babies and smiling for the camera anyway. If I was a Trevor, I wouldn't want a two-faced, hypocritical politician in on that anyhow.
Nine times out of 10, them the ones getting down.
Yeah. You know Deanna's gonna keep it real. Gonna throw that in there, honey. Yeah. But
that's why he didn't want to do it. Because he out there doing what Eddie Long was doing.
I said, honey, like I said, Eddie Long, you're wrong, honey. He's wrong, too. So, all right. Well, I just want to bring that to you really quick. A few more stories, and we're going to get out of your way. What do you guys feel about this whole entire debt ceiling debate, like, and how the Republicans are trying to hold up the process, you know, and we're at a point where we're risking we're almost at the point where we're going to destroy a perfect credit rating that we have in this country because they're so full of hate and they can't accept that Obama is in charge. Like, what do you feel about that? Like, have we sent these people to Washington to play these games? I mean, we as the people, did we vote these people in for this? Like, seriously.
I think to me, from sitting on the outside looking in, it looks to me like a giant chess game. The Republicans were up here thumping their chest, we're going to do this and we're going to do this, and then if the Democrats don't follow suit, it's on you guys. Well, then all of a sudden they're realizing they may not have enough votes to pass it within their own Republican Party. Oops. So, you know, it just looks to me like it's a giant chess game. They're waiting on the tactics, and they're playing games is what it is. They want it their way, and they don't want to compromise.
Right.
At least that's kind of thought.
That I sometimes don't even know where to begin sometimes because that stuff like that just be really getting on my last nerve.
Why don't you just do what you're supposed to do? Like, you guys are in there. Put aside all this. I don't know what to say. Put aside all this, you know, I don't know what they have against each other. I really don't know. But can you guys at least be civil long enough to get this under control? Let me put this in perspective. Like, we have a perfect credit rating. And if they don't get this passed, there's going to be a lot of programs there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be affected by this. And you know,
by the public school?
Yeah, the schooling and everything. Like people's payments, people are not going to get paid on time. People are not going to get, it's going to be a chaotic thing if we don't get this under control. And to me, I just think that it's ridiculous that we're at a point to where these people are willing to put this country in that type of position. I really think it's selfish, and I think we as a people, we need to get out to the polls this next election, and we need to make our voices heard because we need to clear house. We need to clean house. If these people are going to come get into office and they're not trying to do what's in the best interest of the American people, we need to vote their asses out. I'm sorry.
They don't give a damn. As long as that paycheck looking okay, they do not care. They all about keeping themselves happy, and that's it.
Right. They get all those perks of being in public office. They don't care.
Because, look, we're paying taxes every day. And you mean to tell us that our public schools are getting ready to close?
Yeah, and that's a mess, too, because they about to...
Where is our tax money going? On you to fix a damn street that should have been fixed a long time ago?
Girl, what difference does it make if you're fixing streets, but you scared to walk down those streets because your neighborhood's unsafe? What difference does it make if you're paving the street when the street leading to the school is underfunded and the children aren't learning? You know, it's too much going on.
Correct, and then you talk about how this is what really pisses me off because you know low income families that that's barely making ends meet. You now have them where it's gonna be a point in time where they're gonna have to start paying for their kids just to get on the bus. Like, how crazy is that? These women out here have kids. You know, they have several kids and they live in a low income apartment. They barely getting by. How the hell are they going to pay for 7 kids to get on the bus?
Yeah, and Michael, I don't know if you heard about that. They're going to be doing that in Franklin Township.
Really?
Like, where they're going to be, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's getting to a point now where, you know, teachers, and obviously it's like every time something gets cut, I think education should be the last thing that gets cut.
Exactly, because that's supposed to be so important that y'all say, but why is it like the first thing to get cut?
Yeah. I know that, and I don't have all the details on, but I know there was a large transportation cut down here, which is where the tax dollars go directly to the schools, and subsidize, like, just running school buses to get kids to school. And I think here they lost, like, well over a couple $100,000 out of that. And I was just like, wow. You know, that right there. I'm just like, that's a lot of money for even just a rural school district. It's like,
yeah,
a phenomenal impact.
And that's how it is. The inner city and the rural areas are the ones that get cut.
Yep.
Or the ones that ain't making, you know, ends meet as it is. They want to make it hard for them. They want to keep the rich happy and the poor.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn.
But to me, like, when your education system fails, that means your society is on the way of failing. Because, you know, there should be no reason why we're graduating students that can't even put a basic sentence together. They can't read, can't write.
That's not cute, especially not in America. Come on now. This is supposed to be a place that everybody wants to come visit or everybody wants to come and live at because it's the home of the free. It doesn't seem like that anymore.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's just ridiculous. So that's what's going on now with that. I really hope that they meet this deadline and they find, you know, to get something together. Because I'm about sick and tired of this mess. I really am.
Yeah, because I'll be the first one to know where the hell my tax money going in.
Well, I do find one element of the whole debt deal talks. I do find one small element of it really kind of humorous. You know, Mr. Boehner from Ohio is up here beating his drum of, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and you people are going to listen to me. And he can't even get his own party together. You know, a good portion of the party, the portion that it would take to get the votes to get the legislation through, is sitting back there going, we don't really like what you're doing here. We're not wanting to vote for it. So he's about to have a stroke because all of a sudden all of his political muscle is kind of not looking so muscular, really. I see humor in that.
I think it's hilarious too. I just, you know, honestly, these people, it's just one big joke. I'm tired of hearing about it. I see either you're gonna do it, you know, do what you came to Washington to do.
Yeah.
I mean, get in there and do your damn job. Do what we elected you to do. Like, seriously.
I guess
This economy is at the point now we have to do something. This is nothing that we can just wait around. I said, you know, and to me, the U.S. dollar is on the way up to crashing. If we don't, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know if it's ever going to get any better or not, or if it's just going to keep staying the same. But it almost looks like the future of the economic industry is going to be you're either rich or you're poor. There is no middle class and there's no in between. That's pretty much the way it looks like it's going to end up being.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be, I don't know. Yeah, I see the gap.
You ready for the hot news?
I just hope we don't go into another depression, honey.
That wouldn't surprise me. That really wouldn't. I mean, I'm not an economics major by any stretch of the imagination, but and the thing is, it's not just the United States that's going through it. It's other countries. Hell, look at Greece.
Yeah,
you know,
well, And
it's global.
If we crash, honey, everybody's going to crash. I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but we influence the world economically, and if our economy crashes totally, honey, it's going to be ugly worldwide. 'Cause a lot of people depend on the U.S. For a country compared to other countries, we're small compared to some other countries, and we have such a global impact. And I don't think people really realize that.
And I'm thinking, looking at just some of the humanitarian aid that we do to a few other countries, that, would pretty much, if we go belly up, that's a lot of people going to starve to death.
Oh, yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We're gonna get back. We're gonna keep an eye on this, and we're gonna report on this. I'm hoping soon that me and Michael can get this politic session together, so we can get into this deeper. I'm hoping we can get that taped soon. I don't know when we're gonna do that, but we need to do another episode because I think it's a lot of stuff that we need to kind of look into and discuss. So I'll let you guys know more about that.